It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Commanders, sure-handed wide receiver. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Commanders and the Eagles on Sunday night primetime.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tonight, we've got a great Saturday night matchup on tape, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. Throwing on first down. Barber. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. All right, Charles, here we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best guys.
Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Barber finds his man. It's John Mechie. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He finds his man complete. It's Bennett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in this first quarter and now looking for more as his guys begin 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Barber, he'll buy some time right.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
34 yards the gain that time, another 1st down.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Barber escaping the pressure right. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to...
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Chris Godwin,
an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd already in this 1st half, as he'll try again with a 1st down.
Throwing to start the drive. Barber. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walsh.
Room to maneuver at the 35. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's been unstoppable in this 1st half. 4 touchdown passes on the ledger already. Closing in on the all-time record in the 1st half, by the way, which is 6 touchdown passes. As this drive starts 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Barber.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 35 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Flushed out right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
On second down now, it's Bennett.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there, with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Play him well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Past the half. So here is Washington now to take over.
They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barber eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Bennett. There he goes, right side.
And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
Keeps himself upright.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big...
He has the 4 touchdown passes in last drive. He ran one in for good measure. He's done it all in this one. See what he has in store here. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Barber. The completion to Riddick. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Looking to throw. Barber.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
On 1st and 10, Barber forced out to his left.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Barber flush to his right. Fights loose. Oh, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 17 yards out.
And the Commanders get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
He got the job done on the ground on their previous drive with a touchdown run, and he'll start anew with a first down.
Throwing to start the drive. Barber escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
The partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Throwing on first down. Barber flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 74 yards.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, what we just saw, we've seen a lot of broken tackles, and they're leading to a huge touchdown play.
Yeah, none of them more glaring than what we just saw there, but we've seen it throughout this game, whether it's in tight, running through the line, out in open field. They haven't been able to get these runners down very well. I have a feeling they'll be in pads a lot next week working on their tackling.
Comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. Big yardage that time for Washington.
51 yards. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000. What a phenomenal achievement if he gets there. I have no reason to believe he won't.
On first down, Barber eluding the pressure right. This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Commanders are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart. Point.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Throwing to start the drive. Barber looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Looking to throw. Barber flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Walsh. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
And he's got some space here. Shoves him aside. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
The Washington offense set to take over. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
Throwing to start the drive. Barber dancing to his left.
Looking deep here for Mechie.
He's got it at the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their films.